Hey guys, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I am doing the second part of the video that I started previous to this one for Twin Flames. This is going to be messages from your divine masculine higher self to the divine feminine. And this particular reading or these messages are going to be more geared towards the group of twin flames that have come into the recognition that they're a twin flame with just within the last year or less than that. So people who are a little bit more newer to the journey. The recording I did before was for masculines to the feminines who've been on the journey for longer than a year, and then this is for people who've been on it for less than a year. And then after this, I'll do the messages from the divine feminine's higher self to the divine masculine. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Spirit, what messages do this group of divine feminines need to know from their divine masculine during this time? So these messages can be for people who are in separation or in little to no contact with their divine masculine, and it can also be for people who are in contact with their divine masculine, but these are just things that they are unable to express to you at this time. So these are like messages from their higher self, things that their higher self wants you to know. And this message is going to be timeless. So basically, whenever you come across this video, that's when, you know, these messages are meant for you to hear them. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Spirit, what messages do the divine feminine need to know? What messages are the divine masculines wanting the divine feminines to know? Messages the divine masculine want this group of divine feminines to know at this time. Okay, so the first card that I have is the Ace of Air. Second card is the Six of Earth. And the Queen of Air. And then underneath the deck, we have the Faith card. Okay, so what I see here is that the masculine is wanting to communicate to you. I mean, obviously these are messages from the divine masculine, but he may be wanting to communicate with you in the physical about some of this stuff, and he's just like maybe having to like build up the courage maybe to do that. So I'm seeing that, you know, he is wanting to let you know that I guess he's desiring some kind of communication. So if you guys are in separation, and I mean, obviously go based off of, you know, your inner guidance and how you feel about this, but what I'm seeing is that they want to communicate. So if you are the one who, you know, left the relationship or caused a separation or whatnot, like, you know, they're wanting you to maybe reach out to them, or they're wanting to reach out to you. I mean, this could be, you know, maybe you should be expecting to have some communication in the physical sometime in the recent or in the near future. I guess this could also be like communication in like the spiritual realm. So you could be like having dreams that, you know, where they're in it, or seeing synchronicities or hearing songs that seem like they, you know, are coming directly at you with like some kind of a message. So, you know, maybe pay attention to that kind of stuff, because the Ace of Air is any kind of communication, really. So, you know, if you're hearing a song on the radio that kind of like catches your attention and like those lyrics or something mean something to you, maybe pay attention to what that's saying. There could be something in there that this masculine is trying to express. So I'm also seeing with the Six of Earth that they are feeling like bound and stuck in a situation. And this would be like a situation within this physical world. So, they're either feeling bound and stuck in some kind of like a job, like maybe that, is holding them back in some way, or they're not making the amount of money that they want to make to kind of remove themselves from this situation. Or this could also be that, they're stuck in some kind of like a living situation. So this could be a number of different things. This could be like living with a parent or family members. It could be living with somebody else that they, were in a relationship with prior. But it's like they're feeling kind of stuck in the situation for some reason. And I mean, what I always find surprising about this card is like this guy has like this hatchet. He's got a sword back here. He's got, a lock and a key around his neck. So I always see that like this person actually has the tools that they need to remove themselves from the situation that they're finding themselves like stuck in, but they're not doing it for some reason. Maybe because there needs to be some more communication. I don't know, but they're just for some reason, and we'll do some clarifiers on that card as well. But yeah, they're definitely feeling stuck, and I don't really see it like that they're not able to get themselves out of the situation. It's almost like they're really not wanting to do it at this time. For some reason or another. It could be that they are in some way involved with a Queen of Air, so this would be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and I don't really like to assign, signs when it comes to the Twin Flame collective, because I feel like we jump into many different personalities throughout this journey, and I have a hard time connecting to specific signs that, with messages with the Twin Flames. Like, I don't know, it just never seems to really resonate when I do it that way. But the Queen of Air is somebody who is really good at communicating. They are smart. They're very intelligent. They can be a little emotionally detached. So this could be somebody that they have in their life, that they are going through maybe this like stuck type of feeling with, and like there needs to be some kind of communication maybe between your masculine and this person, in order to kind of propel the situation forward in some way. But like this is like something that they need to do, but I guess it's just kind of letting like they want you to know that they recognize that this is what they need to do, so they know that they need to do it. As far as when they're going to do it, I'm not too sure, but they definitely recognize that it needs to be done. So that's important to know. Also, the Queen of Air could be you. They could be feeling like you are in some way emotionally blocked off or distant from them in some way. Like maybe you're not expressing your emotional self, and they are wanting you to communicate more in I guess like in an emotional way. And not think so much, like, not focus so much on the thought of like how things should be, or, you know, kind of like reverting back to, oh, you know, we have to do A, B, C, and D before we do, you know, E. Like, so kind of like getting out of that logical space and operating more from your emotional or heart space. So, and then underneath the deck, we have the Faith card. So, you know, this is him asking you to have faith in the situation. You know, I think that he is definitely aware of, you know, him needing to make some changes or do some things. It's just like going to be, you know, probably different times for different people when, you know, this person decides to actually do what they need to do. And then underneath the Faith card is the Six of Air, and this is like one of the most I love this card. This is like my favorite card in the deck. But, you know, this is like complete balance and really being enlightened, like how the rainbow is like coming into this person's like crown chakra. And then she's also holding like the medical symbol, which can represent the Kundalini energy. So, you know, this is definitely a message that you know, both of you are going through this transformative time right now so that you can become this energy, so that you can balance both sides of yourself and be completely clear and open to all things, to be enlightened and to operate from unconditional love. You know, that is what this journey is about. And so this is the process that you're going through so that you can get here. And, you know, having faith, you know, no matter what the circumstance is, that you guys will both make it to this place. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers on this. Well, we'll pull some clarifiers on all of them just to see what other messages we can get. Spirit, what is this Ace of Air? What else do we need to know about the Ace of Air? What do the Divine Masculines want the Feminines to know about the Ace of Air? Okay, so the King of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. And then under the deck here we have the Emperor. So this is the Divine Masculine energy. So what I'm seeing here with this Ace of Air is, you know, kind of like what I was talking about. The King of Cups is, you know, somebody who is emotionally balanced. Especially in this card, like he's got both of his feet in the water. He's got a smile on his face. So this is somebody who's like emotionally in touch, can balance their emotions, you know, really well. You know, kind of lets their emotions guide them into happiness here. So kind of like what we were talking about, not focusing so much on the logical way of thinking and more operating from this emotional side. You know, so I am getting like the communication of, you know, emotions and love here. So either, you know, they're wanting to communicate this to you in, you know, the physical, or they're wanting you to communicate to them in this way. And they're wanting you to have faith in what your heart is telling you and guiding you to do. Because, you know, they are this King of Cups. And you will experience this Ten of Cups once, you know, you kind of let go and let, you know, your heart guide the way. Spirit, what is this Six of Earth? What do they want us to know about the Six of Earth here? What other messages do we have? Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles. Messages for the Six of Earth. the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have all pentacles here. This is definitely about money, finances, things in the material world. The Ten of Pentacles is like, you know, could be that living situation. But yeah, this is definitely focusing on money here. So they are feeling bound in some way because of finances, or because of a situation that they are in. I think that they're really focused on that right now. And, you know, they want you to know that, you know, they're trying to, like, build this stability, or, you know, get into a situation where they, you know, are living in a place that, you know, would allow for you guys to have a healthy relationship. So Spirit, what messages do we have for the Queen of Air? What does the Divine Masculine want the Feminine to know about this Queen of Air? So the Moon card, the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and then under the deck we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, this is saying that, you know, if you guys have had any kind of communication that was harsh, or, you know, maybe like a fight or an argument or something, or, you know, where either you were overly emotional or you were holding back emotions. I think that this message can be different for different people, but I think they're wanting to change the way that you guys are communicating. They want, you know, it to be balanced, and they want, you know, you to, you know, express your emotional self, but not to the point where it's out of control or out of balance. They want you to operate from your Empress self. So this Empress is, you know, in control of her emotions because she's abundant in all ways. She's balanced. So, and she operates from unconditional love. You know, the Empress is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love. So I just see, yeah, like this has something to do with communication, the way you guys are communicating, you know, so maybe be mindful of how you guys are communicating when you are speaking to each other, and try to really kind of like balance out this emotional side, but also be able to express your emotions, as well. So yeah, I'm going to actually pull a couple of the Oracle cards to see what other messages do the Divine Masculines want the Divine Feminines to know? What other messages do Divine Masculine want the Divine Feminine to know? Okay, I have intuition, action, and compassion. So yeah, intuition, it's kind of like what I was talking about here with like letting your heart kind of, you know, lead the way here instead of the way that you are thinking about things. You know, the way that we think sometimes has been kind of conditioned. And really when you operate from your heart space, it's, you know, it's more of like a true nature. It's a true calling. It's not something that has been, you know, altered in some way. So this intuition card says, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. So really paying attention to what your intuition is telling you. You know, trying to get in touch with your intuition. And then here we have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. So, they are wanting you to, continue forward with things in your life that you want to do, no matter where this relationship is. And I'm also getting that if you guys are not in communication, if there was some kind of a disagreement or a fight and you were the one who cut this off, like, I think they're asking you to maybe take action towards communicating with them. But again, that message is probably going to be for certain people. So trust your intuition and your inner knowing for what you think is the right thing to do. And then under the deck, we have compassion, which is a lot like what I was saying about with this Queen of Air. When you are communicating and expressing yourself, or trying to discuss stuff with your divine masculine, do so with compassion. Try to understand, maybe like where they're coming from, maybe some of the things that they've been through. You might be getting frustrated with some things that's going on with them or why they're doing something or not doing something, but this is asking you to have compassion and try to understand, and not get so upset, and express that in a harsh way. So compassion says, be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So really understanding, that everybody has their own story and their own journey. Even if you have this really strong connection with them, they've been through things, that, you might not understand. So try to be compassionate about that. What other messages? I'm going to pull 2 cards from Lightworker Oracle. What other messages do the Divine Masculines want the Divine Feminines to know? Okay, so past life activation and initiation by water. So the other group of Divine Feminines also got this message. So that's really cool. This must be a time where, I know it is a time right now where the veil is kind of thin. And so it is a little bit easier to connect, with your higher self, your higher knowing and your spiritual team and even your divine masculine, on like a telepathic type of level. So, opening yourself up to that, trying to clear any blockages that you have, within the chakras, doing some meditations. And then here we have past life activation. So, they want you to know that not only do they know that they have, a past life with you and that you guys connect, in a way that goes beyond this world, they want you to know that, other things in your life have stuff to do with your past lives. And maybe you did certain things in another life that really have importance, here in today's time, so connecting to some of that stuff, through meditation, and, doing like an inner journey with yourself, to find out what these past life things are. Like, what are you being called to do? What are you able to do? What gifts do you have? So paying attention to that kind of stuff. So you guys, I hope these messages helped. I am going to stop the recording here and move on to messages from the feminine to the masculine. So I hope you have a good night. I'll see you soon. Bye.